let me just get this thing correct so I know I look really okay on the camera. In this video, hold on a second there. Right. So let me just get the intro done again. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. So if you watch my channel yesterday, I did a live stream where I did an unboxing of the new FR skates. All right. But then the main purpose of today's video is to give you guys a review. I haven't skated it, so I can't give you an experience review, but I'm just giving you a first impression looks of the parts and stuff like that. All right. Oh, and the skate owner is here, right? Steven is here. Steven, come. I'm coming for my shoes. Yeah, Steven is here. Steven is getting his skates. So just a quick review. Let me be right. All right, that's how it goes. Like I said, we shoot everything live now. Steven, GoPro accessories. You go feel take that one play for the meantime. check the GoPro accessories. Make a just waste time. Make a finish there. So, like I said, in this video, I'm doing right. Let's go. So, a review of the FR3 skates, right? So they are not called the FR3 because they have three wheels. This boot here is the FR3 boots, and I'm going to take them piece by piece. We bought the three wheel option, so this is 3110. I'm going to take them piece by piece so you guys can actually know the features of the skates if you decide to get an FR skate. So this is the skate as it comes in the whole. In the box here, I have the skates in parts. So first off, when you get the skates and they come in the box, they come with two different align keys. Reason being, you need the smaller regular align key 4 to open the wheels, right? And then to also adjust the cuffs. And then there is another align key which is not a 4, but also not a 5. This align key is what attaches the frame bolts to the skates. So something to note, if you are buying an FR3, you are going to need two align keys. The smaller one for the wheels and the cuffs, and then you need a bigger one, which is a very specific bigger one to attach the frame bolts to the boots, all right? So this is the skate as it is, 3110. Let's get into the parts. So first off, we take the wheels, right? These are the 110 wheels. Over here in the box, there's a card that says 7-hose energy plates. I mean, I'll get to that later, but it says safety buckle, single straps, 7-hose energy plates, X2R 310 frames, and then it says twin can MW7 bearings, and it says street skin wheels. And if you see on the wheels, like the cards, they have like the cane symbol on the wheels. These are the street cane FR wheels. And everyone says like stock wheels are not that good. I mean, we will find out soon and I would update you guys. But yeah, ABEX 7 bearing street skin wheels, 310 frames. And on these frames, you don't have the option to put like 4 wheels or 3 wheels. It's just straight 3 wheels only. It says here 232. I think that is the frame length, and then you have 110 mm, which is the wheels, right? So that's about the frame over there. Now, the most interesting part of this whole thing is the boot itself. So, like I said earlier, this is the FR3 skates, right? And it's the first time I'm seeing a plastic shell with 7 mounting holes. I've only seen this on carbon skates, which means this FR3 plastic shell boot is like super high quality and advanced, because all the free skates I've seen, all the plastic shells I've seen, I haven't seen any with 7 holes, because 7 holes are usually on high-end freestyle skates like carbon skates and stuff like that. And so you have 7 holes here. It means you can push your frames forward, or you can push your frames backwards, or you can push your frames to the right or to the left. Depends on how you want your skates, right? So basically 7 holes. And this metal plate here is embedded into the plastic. It's not like it moves around. It's sort of part of the plastic where it's in there, so there is not going to be any movement and stuff like that. And like I said earlier, the bolts that attach the frame to the boot are quite big, and you need a different size Allen key, which is this, not a 4. This is the regular one for the wheels. As you can see, it doesn't hold it. You need a very specific one, which is also not a 5, because then the 5 is too big. This is like a 4.5 or something. So that's about the boot. It's got a 45-degree plastic strap here, which looks like it's going to do a very good job. And then you have the buckle on the cuff also. All right, so if I take these out, let me just, it's my first time taking them out, right? The liners are, yeah, that's a really puffy liner. I still lower that volume. So, whoa, this is interesting. If you look inside the skates, I don't know if you guys can see. If you look inside the skates, it has like the shock absorber. The shock absorber is underneath the whole skate, like right from here to here. You have like a plastic, not a plastic, like a cushion shock absorber stuck to the whole sole of the skate. So you can't really see like the mounting plates. Over here, you can see the metals, yeah. But in here, you can see, because that whole inside is the whole shock absorber. That's interesting. All right, let me put the shell away. Now, when you take the liner, this liner looks super, super quality. It's my first time holding such. This is like the puffiest line I've had. Look at the skin on that thing. All right, and then you have, I think I've seen those liners with these patches here where the cuff bolts are rubbing on the interesting thing is, if you look inside the shell, I don't know if you can see, but if you look in the shell here, they equally have some foam pads covering the cuff bolts, so the cuff bolts will not be rubbing on the liner. But then also they do still have this part here, so if the cushion covering the cuff bolt wears down, you still have this one here on the liner on both sides, so the liner is pretty much still protected. And then on the toe part of the liner, which I've also never seen this before from all the skates I've had, they still have those small patches. So I guess like this is for the slider here. If you look on this part of the liner, this part of the skates where the slider is and the slider bolts, and they equally have all those cushions on the slider bolts as well. So you are going to have absolutely nothing in the skate rubbing on the liner. As you can see here, the liner comes with lace loops as well. So you tighten the shell, you tighten the liner, and you are good to go. Also comes with this. This looks really strong, so you can just carry your skates like that, the way it is. Not much to say. Looks like a really, really solid liner. Really, really solid plastic shell. The cuff bolts. Is this strap like the straps on the cuff? The cuff has about 4 different positions. No, man. The cuff on these skates, which is the FR3, has just one position. You can't adjust it up or down. You can change the cuffs, but there is no readjusting the positions on the cuff. It's just one simple bolt in there. Doesn't go up, doesn't go down. I don't know if on the other models, because there's so many models of FR, maybe on the other models you can actually adjust the cuffs up and down. But on these, a young got to the 60 yesterday. Right, I'll get back to that soon. So, but on these, you can't adjust the cuffs up and down, right? So, that's about it. But then you can also replace the straps here, because they are not riveted, they're actually screwed. So, if you have 2 screws, you can undo this and then put your own straps in case you break them. These 45-degree ones also, you can take them off and replace them. Basically, you can take off everything on the skates and replace them. If you want to have speed skating frames, 125s, whatever kind of frame, with these many holes down here, you obviously can put an endless amount of frames. FR1 cuff is adjustable. All right. Yeah, definitely. Like I've seen a few of the other FR models where like the cuffs are adjustable, but this one, this is the FR3, and I haven't had any of the rest, so I wouldn't know. But this is FR3 from the receipts we checked, and then also from watching the video Local Skates did. I just realized this is the FR3. So I'm not wrong on the boots I'm mentioning. Absolutely right, guys. Yeah. So that's about the skates as it is. And then the liner. This liner looks like it's going to last for years and years. Maybe a whole year. I don't know. Let's find out. Steven, I beg, give me the whole boot. Yeah. Try fix that one. Mark, okay, have it. Okay, so yeah. So this is the skate as it is fully. I'm not going to say if this is a beginner skate or an intermediate or an advanced skate. If you look at the quality of this, like me having it in my hand, the weight, I can't say this probably is less than 2 kg, maybe 1.2 kg or something, but this looks very solid. If you're a beginner and you have this, you are going to have all the stability and all the balance you need on this. If you are equally an advanced person, like this is going to be amazing. It doesn't look like a skate where you would have to buy an upgrade. Looking at the way people upgrade their free skates, you only need to be changing frames and wheels on this. That is, of course, if you want to skate 4x80, for 5x80, for downhill, whatever you need. I think this is good to go. Unless, of course, you want to do like high level slalom skating, then I recommend you do a carbon shell. But this for casual freestyle skating, cruising around, jumping up and down, this is definitely going to take the beating on those. And like they look really good. They look really, really good. Hold on. That's my brother just trying to show up here. So this looks really, really good. Really solid skates. Definitely recommend that thing where FR has like a very big opening in the front. Definitely a very cool. Some people don't like the FR because they say it's too stiff, but that's actually good. Then you want a stiff skates for power transfer. Yeah, I mean, for me, I will talk about stiffness of the skates when I do my carbon shell and plastic shell comparison again. I mean, stiff skates are good, but then they are also sometimes if they are too stiff, they restrict certain movements. And so, I mean, depends on your skating style. And then with these cups where you can tighten them or loosen them up a bit, I think if you should loosen them up a bit, you'd have the kind of flex you need. And also, the cups being tight has to do with usually if you lace it all the way to the top, you have a different level of stiffness than if you don't have the laces at the top. If your cuff bolts are too tight, you have a different level of stiffness than if they are also not too tight. So stiffness of cuff has its advantages and disadvantages for me. Like if I skate aggressive skates, I don't like them too tight because you want your legs to be bending up and down. But if you're in freestyle skates like big wheel skates, you definitely need that stiff cuff and you definitely need to be able to lace your liners and tighten your skates like super, super well. So that's about it. Hope this information helps. It's Sunday 4:30 p.m. now, and we are ready to go out and skate. And so this has to end here. Thanks to all of you guys for joining. Landa is always on the charts. Big shout out, bro. Smoke Black Pill. What kind of a name is that? And then not Sherman Real. So that's I think 3 people watching today. Steven is just trying to watch to get me more views on there. But then that doesn't count because you see I can see him. So thanks for watching so much. Thanks so much for watching. I'm missing my words because I'm excited to go skate. So he can actually film me now. There's someone to film. I'm not going to film his new skate. He's going to film me. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys again in another video. Have a great day. Cheers.